Hello everyone, I'm Heather Dawson, and it's a pleasure bringing you the best of California every week on our show. So let's start off with the best of travel. A short trip from Puerto Vallarta, Marco Gutierrez takes us in search of the secret Mexican spirit hiding in the Sierra Mountains of Jalisco. We take a look at the rustic cousin of mezcal and tequila, known as Raicia.
Despite its century-old history, for many, Raicia remains shrouded in mystery. So we decided to leave the coast and drive up into the Sierra Madres in search of Raicia. We came to Hacienda Don Lalin in a small town, San Sebastián del Oeste. This is where we met Eduardo Sanchez himself, or Don Lalin, and he gave us a tour of his agave plantation and the process of how he makes Raicia.
Our sugar, our honey is a lot. So more honey, more alcohol. If I don't control my temperature, I never control my alcohol. If I don't control my alcohol, simple, I make moonshine again.
Unlike traditional double distilled mezcals, Raicia is typically single distilled. Jalisco has the second greatest biodiversity of agaves outside of Oaxaca. Don Lalin uses a range of plants in its production, such as Maximiliana and the most famous known agave, Espadín.
We call the ring Raicia. Just for my partner, a big one.
Raicia is now available in almost 25 states in the US and popping up on cutting-edge bar and restaurant menus.
Hello, California Live. My name is Eduardo Sanchez. People call me Lalin. I invite you to come to San Sebastián del Oeste in Jalisco to try my beautiful drink, Raicia. Thank you so much.
And coming up next, have you heard of glamping? We'll find out what makes this glamping experience in one of the world's most remote areas in Chile's so extraordinary as we talk with the owner of Patagonia Camp. Plus, we go inside Halloween time at the spookiest place on earth when we continue with California Life. Don't go away. So how does glamping in Chile's Patagonia sound for the ultimate getaway? Now celebrating its 10th anniversary, Patagonia Camp is one of the world's most remote destinations in Torres del Paine, surrounded by nature with Mongolian-style tents. Joining us in studio is the owner of Patagonia Camp, Mr. Ghana. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Heather. I appreciate it.
For anybody that just really doesn't understand when you say, glamping. I mean, those Mongolian tents are amazing. Can you tell me a little bit about them?
Yes, when we create Patagonia Camp, we try to catch the power of Patagonia. And the project of Patagonia Camp was to create a really comfortable place. And all the furniture inside the yurt was made for local artisans. It has a central heating system, has a private bathroom, a private balcony, and you have one outdoor jacuzzi just for you.
And there's so many amenities. Like, walk me through a typical day. If I was to come there, what would I do on a typical day?
Well, Patagonia Camp offer an all-inclusive program. So every day you have 8 or 10 different excursions, and you choose the night before. So we have kayaks, we have fishing equipment, we have horse riding, and a lot of trekkings. And plus that, we have special routes for trail runners.
And what about the food? You said it's all-inclusive?
Yes, it's all-inclusive means that all transfer in, transfer out, and all excursions and all food and all drinks are included. But we try to add one extra element in our food, that we try to offer only products with DO, denomination of origin. So it means that Patagonia Camp opens every spring, that is September for us, and closes in May. And in winter time, our chef is moving all around Chile, closing deals with local producers. So for example, when we offer our a la carte dishes to our clients, we explain them that the potatoes, for example, are from Chiloé Island, And the merquén, our chili, is from the Mapuches land. And the lamb is from Patagonian land. So we offer a proper touch of flavors of Chile in our cuisine.
I can only imagine the pictures that we could take, and that's all my kids are into is the Instagram pictures. So, I mean, sign me up, I'm coming. So we're gonna do it. And thank you so much for telling us a little bit more about just the experience.
Thank you, Heather.
And coming up, we take you to Halloween time at the spookiest place on earth. Plus, Sheryl Crow and Cheryl Hines are both helping save lives. All this when we come back with California Life. Don't go away. I had a spooktacular time at Disney California Adventure checking out this year's Halloween time, or as some call it, in Cars Land, Howloween. We're here at Cars Land where Radiator Springs has turned into Radiator Screams, and with me now is Art Director Charlie. So nice to meet you.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here. And welcome to Honkin' Halloween at Radiator Springs.
It was absolutely beautiful last night. We walked down, it was all lit up, and of course we got to ride the ride and just the purple and all the colors.
Oh yes, and did you get to experience the shaboom moment?
I didn't.
You didn't?
You have to tell us about it.
Okay. As you walk down at dusk, all the lights of the different businesses come on board, and then there's the music. I cast a spell on you, and when that's over, the City Hall comes alive, and the eyes come out on the building, and they watch the guests as they come into the attraction and everything. And then you break away, and then you go to Luigi's attraction over there, and or Mater's, which is very, very popular.
Just seeing all of it, you know, in the decorations and everything that you have here, and of course they have their own card costumes.
Oh, I love that.
Yes. and weren't you one of the original art directors for here at the park for Disney California Adventure as well?
Yes, I was back.
I mean, that's an amazing honor.
2001.
Did you ever foresee just all the things that they've done since then?
No, I think it's been a great experience being here since 2001 with this and all the different stories we're telling and redesigning the park, because we listen to our guests very, very carefully, and what we do is to tell stories for them and shows and what have you. So we're very pleased when the guests are so receptive and have a wonderful experience with what we give them.
And here, of course, everything comes to life. It's just so festive throughout the entire park and both parks.
Yes.
And of course, Halloween time is going all the way through Halloween, October 31st, so you have to check it out here at the Disneyland Resort. And thank you so much, Charlie, for joining us.
Thank you, my pleasure.
Singer-songwriter Sheryl Crow has won 9 Grammy Awards and sold more than 50 million albums worldwide. She's also a breast cancer survivor and using her celebrity power to help save lives. California Life's Renee Cohn has the story.
To lighten up when you hear songs belted out by Grammy winner Sheryl Crow. But in October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, this breast cancer survivor delivers a serious message.
Right now we're talking about what we've learned about dense breasts, which is what I have. It definitely increases the risk of the breast cancer statistic. And so our mission today is to talk about knowing the train of your breast and making sure that you find the nearest Genius 3D machine so that we can get the most accurate read, because until there's a cure, early detection is our greatest weapon.
After her yearly mammogram, doctors detected Cheryl's breast cancer in the early stages. She got a lumpectomy and educated herself on breast density.
Breast density, which can only be detected through mammography, is the composition of your breasts, which are fat, fibrous tissue, and glandular tissue. And when you have more fibrous and glandular tissue in your breast, that's what makes your breast more dense. That shows up white on mammography, and unfortunately so does a cancer. So that increased density can make it difficult to detect a cancer in the background.
That's where the magic of the Genius 3D imaging comes in, helping doctors discover right away if you have breast cancer so you can make a treatment plan. Cheryl's plan, post-cancer, become a mom to Levi and Wyatt.
I'm exhausted all the time, Look, being a mom is the greatest job I've ever had in my life. It's the hardest, it's the most joyful. A lot of moms don't want to go get mammograms because they're busy and or they have a lot of fear about what they might find out. And I say power is in the knowledge and in the follow-up. You can go to genius3dnearme.com and there's a wealth of information about breast cancer, but also you can put in your zip code and find the closest 3D mammography machine to you.
That certainly helped save Cheryl's life and allowed her to live her dream of being a mom. Levi and Wyatt are her first loves, music a close second. And as a breast cancer survivor, Cheryl says she writes and sings now with more heart than ever before.
Every life experience generally comes out in your art if you're being honest with yourself. They always say your life informs your art. So certainly it's given me much more courage to write about what I see and what I feel, and that's what those life experiences do.
Bringing you the best of entertainment. For California Life, I'm Renee Cohn.
Well, you probably know Cheryl Hines for her role on Curb Your Enthusiasm. Now the two-time Emmy nominee is taking time out from her acting projects to help with a campaign called Painfully Awkward Conversations. It's designed to raise awareness for women suffering with painful sex due to menopause.
Actress Cheryl Hines is gearing up for season 10 of Curb Your Enthusiasm, but that's not all she's up to.
I teamed up with AMAG Pharmaceuticals, and we're kicking off a campaign called Painfully Awkward Conversations. I shot a series of videos that are on a website that are funny.
Very funny.
Very, very funny. Just to encourage women to talk about painful sex that they might be having after menopause. So it's an awkward conversation.
The condition affects roughly 32 million women, and many are too embarrassed to talk about it.
Often they're unaware of the link between menopause and that's the reason that this is happening, and that without treatment, this can get progressively worse. It doesn't go away like hot flashes and night sweats do for a lot of women.
The campaign urges women to talk to their doctor because it can be treated. Learn more at pausesexpain.com.
As fall begins, we expect cooler weather, but expect to see some cooler devices and technology hit the market too. California Life's David Wiley spoke with Amazon's own Molly Wade with an exclusive look at their lineup of new devices that were just announced.
Fall brings change, and as fall begins, we expect cooler weather. But we can also expect to see some cooler devices and technology hitting the market as well. We're joined today by Amazon's own Molly Wade with an exclusive look at their lineup of newly announced devices. Hey Molly, thanks for joining us. What's up first?
Up first is the all-new Echo Dot. Echo Dot is the best-selling speaker ever, and our team actually managed to make it better. So it's got a whole new design. You see it's this lovely curved design that comes in 3 different colors of this fabric finish, and it's incredibly affordable. It's only $49.99, which makes it really the best way to get Echo and Alexa into every room of your house.
Now we love Alexa in our home. Anything new with Alexa?
So much is new with Alexa. We've packed a ton of new features into all of the Echo devices, including the all-new Echo Show. It's got a beautiful new design as well, a 10-inch HD screen and a fabric back cover, but we've packed a ton into this beautiful shell, including a built-in smart home hub that makes using Alexa to set up your smart devices easier than ever before. There's also this incredible feature called guided cooking. So if you've got your Echo Show in your kitchen like I do, Alexa can take you step by step through recipes so you don't have to use your gross food hands to flip through recipe books anymore.
So what's new on the entertainment front?
Always thinking about how we can make entertainment more delightful. So this is the Fire TV Recast. It's a companion DVR that lets you watch, record, and replay free local TV on your Fire TV, your Echo Show, or a compatible mobile device. we're all getting this free over-the-air content broadcast to us anyway. This just lets you capture that content and watch it absolutely anywhere. And the best part is there's no monthly fees.
Good stuff. Now, anything new for home security?
Absolutely. We were so excited to have the Ring team join the Amazon family just a couple months ago, and really thrilled to introduce their new stick-up cam. The stick-up cams are indoor-outdoor cameras that come in both a battery and wired version, so there's truly no place you can't put these to add that extra ring of protection around your home. They've got everything that you'd want in a DIY home security camera, including two-way talk and motion-activated notifications, plus, of course, they work with Alexa.
Some really cool things coming from Amazon. Thanks to Amazon's Molly Wade for being with us, bringing you the best of California. I'm David Wiley for California Life.
A recent national survey shows that despite progress, adults living with type 1 diabetes still struggle with the impact the disease has on their lives, and more than 70% of endocrinologists and adults with T1D say that recent advances give them hope for a cure. California Life's David Wiley has more.
Type 1 diabetes. It affects about 1.5 million Americans, with thousands of new diagnoses every year. A recent national survey shows that despite progress, adults living with type 1 diabetes, or T1D, still struggle with the impact the disease has on their lives. Not only the impact on their health, but how it affects their daily routine.
More than half avoid actually social situations which other people take for granted, such as eating out, exercising, driving.
The struggles for those with type 1 diabetes are real, and it may be hard for those who don't have T1D to really understand.
People without T1D don't realize it's a very delicate balance. And the struggle also patients have with trying to maintain the blood sugar within the targets which they agree with their physicians.
But there are signs of optimism. The T1D Unmet Needs Survey found that more than 70% of endocrinologists and adults with T1D say that recent medical advances give them hope for a cure. Still, more help is needed to cope with their daily struggles.
Both sides, both the physicians and patients, are enthusiastic about the advances being made, but also those struggles the patients face are still quite out there.
And researchers continue exploring non-insulin therapies for those with type 1 diabetes. Dr. Grunberger says there are two things we can take away from the T1D Unmet Needs Survey.
One is the excitement about advances being made, but two is that how much still remains there to be done for the patients to help them that struggle with the disease, and how to focus on the conversation between the patients and their physicians about those unmet needs.
To learn more about the T1D Unmet Needs Survey and non-insulin therapies for those with type 1 diabetes, you can visit GoBeyondInsulinAloneT1D.com. Bringing you the best of California, I'm David Wiley for California Life.
Getting in shape can get a little boring sometimes, but we have found a group that is looking to put a little fun back into fitness. J.R. Ibarra has more.
Getting fit can always have its difficulties, but making it a fun experience is how to turn those challenges into a lifestyle. That's where the collaboration between the City of Diamond Bar and the fitness group Tennis Anyone is reaching out to the community to bring the fun factor back into fitness.
So Tennis Anyone started off about 21 years ago when I graduated from college. All of my friends and family said, so you've been playing tennis, coaching tennis for a few years. Now that you've graduated, it's time for you to get a real job. And I looked around and I realized that I loved what I was doing already. I was working with kids, I was working with adults on the tennis court. It was very positive. And so at that point in time, Tennis Anyone was born. That was 21 years ago. Since then, we've grown to work in 12 different cities where we offer programs for ages all the way from 3 all the way up to adult, everybody in between. And our goal really is to just spread more happiness by hitting the tennis ball. It's something you can do with your family. My entire family plays, and that's something I'm very proud of and grateful for.
You can find a class near you at their website at tennisanyone.info. For California Life, this is J.R. Ibarra.
Well, that's it for us. If you missed any part of our show, go to our website, californialifehd.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. I'm your host, Heather Dawson. We'll see you next time.